Happy Taco Tuesday, YouTube. The Leafs, what can we say? They pulled another Montreal. The game against Buffalo last night, Leafs were at home, and it had a very similar start to that Montreal game from Saturday night. They got down in the first period, not as badly this time. Eichel scored a power play goal with just less than a minute left to go in the first period to make it 1-0 Buffalo, and the Leafs just looked like they had nothing going on. It was just another kind of sad first period display. Whereas the Montreal game, they actually started the game pretty good and fell apart halfway through the period. Whereas this one was just, they didn't have anything going at all in the first at all, and they were kind of lucky to escape with just a 1-0 deficit. But in the second period, it's like if they could just get good starts, they would have at least 5 or 10 more wins, I bet, on the season. The first periods just seemed to sink them. But the second period, they just came out and turned it on. And within like a 10-minute span, just a few minutes in, until about the 13-minute mark, they scored 4 in a row and went up 4-1. And again, just like with Montreal and the shocked faces on the Montreal bench, it was the same thing with Buffalo. And I hate Buffalo just as much as Montreal, so it was just very pleasing to my soul to witness that. And Matthews got him on the board first with his 30th goal, or no, sorry, Tavares was on the board first with his 35th, and then Matthews got his 30th, and then Gauthier, a nice little backhand right beside the net, got his 3rd of the year, and then Tyler Ennis got a nice little goal to make it 4-1. Now they would Buffalo would fight back right at the end of the period and get one to make it 4-2 going into the third, and then Eichel would score again with like just about 9 seconds into the period to make it 4-3. So it was very interesting at the end when it looked like it was going to turn into a bit of a steamroller. But with a few minutes left, Kapanen, some good anticipation, got a shorthanded breakaway and potted the 5th goal, and that was how things ended at 5-3. Freddie was really good. He held them in there, especially in the first period when they were junk. And other than that, yeah, the big guns were starting to roll again. Matthews has been really good lately, but Tavares and Marner have kind of been a little not as noticeable, especially Marner. He's kind of disappeared. But Tavares obviously got that goal, and then Marner, you can tell he's starting to feel it again. So I'm sure he's going to start cracking the score sheet with his usual regularity in the near future. The fourth line I thought was really good, and it got shaken up earlier in the day because yesterday was the trade deadline, and they shipped out their fourth line center Par Lindholm to the Winnipeg Jets in exchange for a prospect named Nick Patan, who I remember from the World Junior tournaments a few years back. So on the fourth line they brought up Trevor Moore to take Lindholm's place. Gauthier was the center, and then Moore went to the wing. So, and they had a really good game in the fourth line. Kapanen obviously was good. Janssen looked really good. So everybody's playing well, and I thought Zaitsev also had one of his stronger games of the year. Hopefully this is, and now that the trade deadline's out of the way, the guys can settle in, know that this is the team they got. They don't have to worry about looking over their shoulder, wondering if they're going to be playing somewhere else. So now it's really time to settle in for the crunch and that last desperate race to the to claim their playoff position. And I can't wait to see how it goes. And I hope to see more disappointed looks on the opposing benches, especially teams like Buffalo and Montreal. So we will see what happens until Thursday or Friday morning, I guess. Have a great week.